Welcome back. It's the first Friday of the month, and that means it's time for On Terre Haute. This is where we talk with the mayor and other department heads in Terre Haute to talk about what's going on with the city. And this morning we have Mayor Duke Bennett with us. Thank you for joining us.
Great to be here.
So today we're going to talk about spring cleaning and greening our environment. And first let's talk about the hybrid buses that the city just got.
We just took delivery on a couple of buses that were paid for through the stimulus funds. And you know, you hear a lot of stories and a lot of things out there about what works, what doesn't, but we wanted to make sure we started moving towards some type of a greener, less emissions, you know, and those kind of things. So this was an opportunity to buy a couple of hybrids that, one, we think will clearly lower our fuel costs without any question, reduce emissions, and kind of move us towards a more green environment. So our goal is to see if these are the right kinds of hybrid buses. You know, there's a lot of different varieties out there, but these seem to be really an up-and-coming style that were purchased, and I think it'll be a really good fit for us. And then as we buy new buses in the future, our goal would be to buy similar ones so we can kind of make that shift.
And we talked with Transit Director Brad Miller earlier in the week, and he said since the buses haven't really hit the roads and gone on routes and stuff yet, you guys don't really know how much mileage or fuel you'll save, but you guys will be tracking that.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's all that stuff is always estimated, so you
Right.
kind of have an idea, but until you put it into use, I never like to say, well, we know it's going to do this until you try it, but it's clear that it will improve things. There's no doubt about that, and we're anxious after we get a couple of months of usage, we'll be able to come back and tell you the impact that it'll be, and I think it'll be very positive.
Wonderful. Well, let's move on. You know, we're April, it's springtime. People are thinking about spring cleaning their yards. You are going to have, the city is going to have a spring cleanup day.
On May 1st, you know, we implemented this a couple of years ago. We do the first Saturday in May and the first Saturday in October. So our spring cleanup's coming, and this is always the biggest one because you've got the winter's worth of trash and debris and everything else that's out in the community. So very soon, and I think Daryl from my office should be posting that information soon. We try to target some very large areas in the city. We can't do the whole city on that day, but we've moved it around of each of the cleanups we've had. And we went back to a place last year, and it wasn't nearly as dirty as it was the previous year. I think people are really starting to buy into this, and so our cleanup areas this year, we'll bring some dumpsters out, and we'll have a lot of volunteers. We usually get somewhere between 200 and 300 volunteers that'll come out and clean up those areas. And so what I ask people to do right now, though, as you drive around town, you can see that we are trying to clean the streets. You know, we've got a couple of our sweepers broken down right now, and we will get the streets cleaned. But help us with the trash, and help us with your things you're getting rid of. You know, your spring cleanup, when you pick up your limbs, etc. Put them in the trash cans. You know, bundle the limbs up. The trash company will take that away. And if you can just pick up the trash around your place of business, your home, it'll help the city make it look much, much cleaner. But this cleanup day will be for the big things. And so we'll really get out and have a lot of volunteers cleaning up the neighborhoods.
If people want to get involved with that, how do they go about doing that?
Sure. We coordinate with Trees Inc., so they can get a hold of Trees, or they can call my office. Either way, we work together on this, and they'll tell them where to show up. They'll get a T-shirt, and we have food, give you bags and gloves, and give you an area. They'll give you a map and show you the area of your little groups to clean. And so it works really well. It's a pretty well-oiled machine, and we make a huge impact on that day. So if all volunteers would be great, just call my office or get a hold of Trees Inc.
And this has been one big thing of your administration, is cleaning up the city and beautifying it and becoming more green. How do you feel like that challenge is being met so far?
Well, I think it's been really positive because I'm looking, and I know other people are too. This is a tough time of the year because we had a bad winter. There's a lot of sand on the street. There's a lot of leaves still that are blown around. We will get those off the streets. And the thing is, we need everybody's help. And I'm seeing a big impact. We've picked up 520 tons of trash with our community corrections program alone over the last 2 years. And so we are making an impact. And you're going to start to see some green things happen along some special projects we're doing on some of the streets. So you're going to see even more things. It'll look very, very clean and pleasant.
And so again, the big cleanup day is when?
May 1st.
May 1st.
Yep.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Mayor. We appreciate it. If you'd like to see this segment again, or you have an idea of your own, you can go to WTHI-TV.com and click on the community page.